Ubisoft revealed Immortals Fenyx Rising, formerly known as Gods and Monsters at the time, at E3 2019. I recently got to go hands-on with the game for 2.5 hours during a remote demo session thanks to Ubisoft. The Greek mythical tale mixes elements of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to create a captivating experience. I knew little about the game going into it other than the art style and premise, and I walked away feeling confident in Ubisoft's vision, immediately wanting to play more. For those who don't know, the plot centers around Typhon, one of the deadliest and evil Greek beings. After being freed from Tartarus, he destroys the veil between it and humanity on his quest for revenge against the other gods. The Golden Isle, where the game takes place, has fallen into chaos. It's up to our hero, Fenyx, to earn the blessings of the gods and use their mythical abilities to take Typhon and his minions down for good. My journey began some hours into the game, where my character was already spec'd out around mid-level. While there are 7 distinct regions in the Golden Isles, each based on a Greek god, only the Forge Lands, home of Hephaestus, was available for my demo. My mission was to rekindle the Forge of Hephaestus by lighting the furnaces surrounding it. Doing so required a little bit of puzzle solving and combat as I battled enemies guarding the forge. Zeus and Prometheus narrated these events like characters pulled straight out of a Disney movie, acting as comedic relief and bickering like an old married couple.
Chaos reigned, for here, monsters roamed free.
Can you not tell this story like I wasn't just there?
This appears to be the tone and type of humor that Ubisoft is going for in Immortals Fenyx Rising, and it definitely works in his favor. Once the forge was rekindled, I gained access to the forge and got a taste of my first boss battle, the clanking automaton lieutenant. He hits moderately hard, but is generally very slow, using ranged attacks like rockets and lasers to hit you from afar. Keep on the move and dodge at the right times, and you should be able to take him out with several hits from your godly abilities. I encountered much more difficult optional bosses than him, which could easily kill me in 2 hits. These required a lot more attention and precise timing to dodge out of the way of any incoming attacks. Strategy was mostly the same for each boss though. Dodge, use some godly abilities, drink a health potion, maybe get in some ranged shots with my bow, rinse and repeat. It didn't feel repetitive in my time playing, but who's to say it won't after 50 hours or so. Once I had free reign of the Forge Lands, I got to see what Immortals really had to offer. It's a lot like Breath of the Wild. A stamina meter accompanies you that is used for almost everything you do, from running, climbing, swimming, and gliding. There are puzzle platforming sections akin to what you'd find in Nintendo's title, even featuring a type of ability similar to Magnesis, allowing Fenyx to carry heavy objects at a distance. Many of the puzzles I came across rewarded me with either new weapons or materials that can be used for upgrading Fenyx's gear. There are light RPG mechanics in the game in this regard. I'm hoping the full game has an even greater variety of puzzles and secret locations to explore. Part of the fun is discovering something new to do. The skill trees were locked down for my demo, and the game progression system wasn't shown, but I did get a taste of what they have to offer. Many of these tended to be passive skills, improving your ability to climb, swim, and jump, but a few were geared toward combat. Your godly abilities and skills can all be upgraded throughout the game. The biggest unknown for me at this point is how well the story holds up. I only got to play through a small fraction of it, and I wasn't given a ton of explanation for why I was rekindling the forge. This is the downside of a 2-hour demo in a game that will likely be dozens of hours long. I have no indication as to where the narrative will go from here, or who I'll be interacting with. I don't know where to put my expectations. The only other people in the game besides myself were Zeus and Prometheus, narrating the events, and Typhon. I didn't encounter any NPCs that weren't enemies. I'd like to see villages or something in the game where I can actually talk and interact with other characters. That said, I really enjoyed my time with the game and immediately wanted to play more after my demo session was over. I can't speak for the final product, but I have high hopes from the demo. The game formerly known as Gods and Monsters, now Immortals Fenyx Rising, went from kind of on my radar to probably a day one buy.